published, 1:50 EDT, the 4th of May 2018, updated, 5:46 EDT, the 4th of May 2018. Chris Evans said he was so happy his mother was at peace as he returned to the airwaves this morning. Chris Evans has said it's not the loss that gets you, it's the love following the loss that gets you, as he returned to the radio today following the loss of his mother. The broadcaster was forced to pull out of his BBC Radio 2 breakfast show at the last minute after his 92-year-old mother, Minnie, passed away yesterday morning. His colleague Vassos Alexander, who usually reads the sport on their morning program, stepped in to present the show on Thursday. Returning to host his breakfast show this morning, Evans told his millions of listeners, "Thank you to Vanessa Feltz for the lovely card. Thank you to the team for such wonderful support yesterday, and thank you to you guys. It's not the loss that gets you, it's the love following the loss that gets you. So much love for a lady you never met." He added, "It seems actually some of you did know her, you had met her. My mum passed away just before we went on the air yesterday, so I had to go home to be with my family. The team here were just unbelievable as usual, I shouldn't have expected anything less. They were just marvelous. We are back, on air, as Mum would have insisted we should be." The broadcaster said, "I'm sounding quite chipper today, but I'm just so happy my mum's at peace." Chris Evans, pictured with his mother Minnie at London's Chelsea Flower Show in 2000. "Me mum was only supposed to last a month or two, but 5 months after this, 7 months in all, she was still there. All the carers, all the district nurses, have just been absolutely fantastic, but no more fantastic than you guys. You're all gorgeous." My brother-in-law Tom said in the end maybe she was too tough for her own good, which I thought was a lovely way of putting it. Sports reporter Vassos Alexander stepped in to host Evans' breakfast show on Thursday, reading a statement to explain the presenter's absence. Reading the note from the DJ to his millions of listeners, Alexander said, "Chris isn't here. He has been here in fact, but he had to go just before we came on air. And he's left a little note for me to read out to you. Bear with me, this is a little bit difficult for me because we are talking about one of my best friends here." He continued, "Good morning," says Chris. "The reason I'm not with you today is because just before I came on air my mum passed away and I needed to go straight back home to be with my family. But it's all okay. In fact it's very okay. Mum needed to be at peace. Moreover, she deserved to be at peace. We've been ready for this for some time now, and, as she has throughout her life, in death she has brought us together. She was an incredible woman. Anyone who's ever met her will tell you that, and ultimately, there was no battle lost, only a life won. Every single day. I'll be back tomorrow. If Mum had the first idea I might not have shown up today because of her. She'd have been furious. I hope you all have a lovely Thursday. See you tomorrow." Evans was very close to his mother Minnie, describing her as hard as nails. Alexander presented their show until 8:30 a.m., before Ken Bruce came on air an hour early to present his program. Mrs. Evans, who managed a corner shop and later became a nurse, had 3 children, David, 65, Diane, 55 and Chris, 52. Her husband Martin was a bookmaker and died in 1979, aged 58. Evans was very close to his mother and described her as hard as nails, revealing that she once underwent eye surgery without any anesthetic. In 2003, Mrs. Evans had a battle with breast cancer. Concerned that she would be too old to survive a grueling course of chemotherapy, Evans intervened and said he saved his mother's life by paying for her to be treated with the revolutionary drug Herceptin. Listeners to his breakfast show were often kept up to date with his mother's activities. In January last year, he revealed on Twitter she had tried pizza for the first time at the age of 91. He captioned the picture, "My mum, 91 years young, first ever slice of pizza. She's broadening her horizons. It's time," she says. Evans also revealed last year he had sought his mother's advice when it was disclosed he was the BBC's highest paid presenter. He said she had told him to earn what you can, when you can, while you can, doing a job he loved, Evans celebrates his 40th birthday with his mother on the new Paul O'Grady Show in 2006. His 2009 memoir It's Not What You Think. Evans described his mother as one of the original night nurses who he had never heard complain once. He revealed the top 10 best things about Mrs. Evans Sr. in the book, which included her rapier wit, her vivid imagination and her wicked laugh, as well as her magic hot pot from the war recipe, hardly any meat but oh so meaty. The broadcaster often made media appearances with his mother and brought her on the Paul O'Grady Show with him in 2006 as the radio host celebrated his 40th birthday. She also made an appearance on an episode of TFI Friday in 2015, where she performed a mock audition for Top Gear, and did a lap of a racing track on her mobility scooter. The Archbishop of York, Dr. John Sentamu, was among many to offer condolences to the broadcaster on social media. Good morning everyone. The reason I'm not with you today is just before we came on air my mum passed away and I needed to go straight back home to be with the family. But it's all okay. In fact it's very okay. Mum needed to be at peace. Moreover, she deserved to be at peace. We've been ready for this for some time now, and, as she has throughout her life, in death she has brought us together. She was an incredible woman. Anyone who's ever met her will tell you that, and ultimately, there was no battle lost, only a life won, every single day. I'll be back tomorrow. If Mum had the first idea I might not have shown up today because of her, she'd have been furious. I hope you all have a lovely Thursday. See you tomorrow.